Alright, Tubes, we got something pretty interesting here for you today. It's my new project bike. I thought you guys might like to see this. It's a 1980. I'll show that to you. Right there. 1980. Honda XL500S. Alright. So, I know for a fact that this bike was made to be an enduro, and I know that because the person I got it from, the owner of the bike, he told me. But there's also some evidence, like the mounting holes for the tail light, and it's missing on the front, but there's I found them somewhere, the mounting screws and stuff for the headlight and everything. Alright, I don't know if it has a battery. Judging by its age, it might not. But yeah, 500S. I'm thinking the 500S, that might mean S is for street. You know, maybe they made a 500 in street version and just a 500 dirt version. It's a possibility. I'll have to look that up for you. Maybe I'll put it in the description. But anyway, I just picked this thing up from my buddy. His name's Nate. I think you guys might have seen him on some of my videos before. He's into these kind of things. But this bike here, his dad had picked up years ago, and we were just getting into riding. And the only thing he had left was his 77 YZ125, and that was a little too much just for riding around the backyard here, and at the places we went, and a little too noisy too. So he picked this thing up. I don't know what he paid for it, but I think he got it pretty cheap. And he rode this around for a while. So I've just been going over the bike, kind of looking more closely some of the different features and stuff of its age. You can look at the front, they're drum brakes, and so are the back. No disc brakes back then. This doesn't look like it's got an aluminum swing arm. I know I had a 78 RM 250, and that did, but that was a racing bike. Maybe they didn't even bother putting the aluminum on this, the enduro bikes. 500 cc's. You can see it's a pretty big exhaust. It's only single cylinder, but it does have dual exhausts. Shame it doesn't have dual exhausts coming out the back. That would be pretty funny. Maybe if I buy it from them or something, which I don't even know if that's an option, but one day down the road, if I get it running, I put the lights on it and turn it into a street bike, maybe I'll put dual exhausts on it. That'll be pretty funny. It's kickstart, and something kind of interesting, because it is 500 cc's. It's got a little compression release mechanism right here. I was trying to figure out, I was looking up here, you know, the choke and all that. I was thinking, well, how do you engage that? And it turns out it's in the timing. So I was also looking here, there's these two wires coming down, and so the one is the I think you can see that, that's the clutch, and then there was this other one here. So I thought, well, does that have something to do with that? And it sure does. So when I crank this thing, you see that? I don't want to crank it too much in case it decides to start on me. Let me turn the kill switch off. Even though it's been sitting for 5 years, my luck, I'd break my hand trying to hand kick this thing to show you. And then if you look down here, see that? So in the timing, it automatically engages that compression release. I thought that was kind of cool. Let's see. You can see it does have crankcase ventilation, and it comes through this crazy thing here, which I don't know what that is yet. Of course it goes into the airbox, because that's what crankcase ventilation does, but I'm not sure what exactly that is, so I'll have to take it apart and see. Let's see. A 5-speed transmission. Since it's old, it's got the metal tank, which is kind of cool. Speaking of that, I opened it up. It even comes with a full tank of gas. How about that? So if you smell that, that smells pretty bad. So I'll probably drain that out and put some fresh gas in, and maybe just slowly add that in just to get rid of it, or burn that in the lawnmower or something. It doesn't matter so much. I was just looking here. Those were probably for the mirrors. But I think that's it. I can sit here keep saying but that's the basic idea. The sprocket on the back doesn't look to be too big, so that's another evidence that it was an enduro. The suspension isn't real good. You can see it's got the dual shocks as opposed to a much newer bike which would have the single one. These fenders are, I thought they were fiberglass, they were so hard. So they might be. But either way, compared to a newer bike, the front moves a lot, but the back one barely moves at all. So if you fell, that thing would shatter. There's a new bike, it's real soft, so it'll never break. And again, that could be, once again, because it's an enduro. But I think that's about it. Like I said, I could just keep saying and dragging on and on. That's about it. So this is going to be a cool project for me. So I'll keep you updated on this. I'm hoping to have it running in the next couple days. I don't think there's that much involved. So we'll see you then.